Hello everybody and welcome to another Comics Etc. review show. Even though we only did one a couple of days ago, the delivery driver just dropped off a box and lo and behold, we have the latest X-Force Omnibus by Rob Liefeld in it, and I'm here to review it. Now, full disclosure, I am not looking forward to this for a few reasons. Number one is that I don't know if this has aged well. This reprints the original X-Force run. It was one of the best-selling comics of all time, featuring art by Rob Liefeld all the way through, which is pretty good. Still, it's aged really well. But stories in the 90s had a habit of a lot going on, but no really forward movement in the overall storyline. So I started reading this. I have actually enjoyed reading it so far, surprisingly, but I'm already feeling like it's dragging on to I'm up to issue 12. So we'll see how it goes from there on. This is available on Comics Etc. for 180 bucks. It is $100 US, or you could have got it on Comics Etc. Direct for only $129. Now, the reason why I bring that up early in the review is I believe at those prices, before I've actually opened this up and flipped through it, makes this omnibus more worthwhile than what I was expecting, because it's a pretty good price for what you get. You get the reprint of the New Mutants storyline, which starts it off, I believe, at about issue 98 of New Mutants. X-Force to issue, 15, the Spider-Man crossovers, the Cable miniseries. So it is chock full of entertainment. It all kind of just depends if you're in the mood for 90s storytelling, which is very different to the comics of today. So let's open this up and see if I can change my own mind. I gotta say, I really do enjoy this cover. I think I made the right choice. Great cover. Big fan of this one here so far. Just like my review from the other day though, very loose wrapping on it. And in typical Marvel fashion also, it's quite damaged. They're not very good at that. Okay, let's have a look. We have our write-up of what it's actually about, which is cool. And we have the creators. It's interesting, we've got Rob Liefeld, Fabian Nizak, I don't know how to say it, Todd McFarlane, John Romita Jr. and Mark Pascala. Pretty cool. All right, let's have a look. The usual. Look, very generic, but that works. As much as I complain about other books not looking great, I think that one does the job. That's fine. If I lose the cover, I'm okay with that. Okay, let's have a look here. That's very pretty, like that. Writers, pencilers, letters, writes it all down like that. Very cool. So this collects New Mutants 98 to 100, New Mutants Annual 7, New Warriors Annual, X-Men Annual 15, X-Factor Annual 6, and then X-Force 1 to 15 in the crossover issues from Spider-Man and the Cable and Blood and Metal miniseries. I didn't actually read that one, so that's cool. Who does the intro? Let's have a look here. Who's that by? Okay, so that's a previously, so it lets you know what happened in the other omnibuses. That's a really cool idea. I haven't seen that before, so that's excellent. That's, yeah, well done. And then we jump straight in without an introduction to the very first issue, featuring Deadpool, which kind of sets up X-Force. Issue 99. Sunspot leaves, and let's jump forward to New Mutants 100, which to me is really X-Force issue 1. That was where it all kind of started. And then we go all the way through. Still got great artwork. Say what you will about Rob Liefeld, I like his artwork. New Warriors Annual. I never read that, so this is a surprise to me. When are we actually going to start the main series? You know what, this annual looks actually pretty fun. I think I'm going to read that. I think I'm okay with that. X-Factor make an appearance. Still haven't started the main series. Turns out I didn't read nearly as much as what I thought I would have to in order to get started on this. What's this? That's cool. Don't know what I'm looking at, but it looks pretty cool. I'm assuming this is from the New Mutants annual. And then the X-Men annual, I know that much, so I'm going to flip through because you don't need to read that. And then finally we get to X-Force issue 1. They keep the double page spread, so that's pretty cool. And then I flip through, we get introduced to Cable and Domino, Shatterstar, can't remember the others actually. It's not Wolfsbane. Siren ends up making an appearance. Look, it's not bad. It's just not great either. See, I love the panel layout though. That looks fantastic. That's the Spider-Man crossover issue. I'm just going to keep jumping forward because I'm curious how... Is that Magnola artwork? I think it is. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Is it Magnola? Well, there you go. I didn't know Magnola did some artwork in here, so that's awesome. And then the Cable miniseries, I think. Look, the collection itself is very generic. There's nothing I'm going to write home about in it. Let's have a look if there are any extras that'll make me change my mind a little bit. It looks like it's just the reprint of all the stuff, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just that if I'm on the fence about the issue, it would have been nice to have some really cool extras. But it seems to me that they've only really included the stuff that was already in the single issues. I have no idea what that's from. I don't remember that. That's cool. What it looked like in the poly bag. The trading cards you got with the poly bag. All right, these extras are pretty cool. Trading card artwork, the pin-ups, and some sketches. All right, okay, so the extras have kind of sold me a little bit more on this. I think it's good. I wish they would do X-Men from the very beginning again in this kind of a format, because the Jim Lee Claremont run would be amazing. In lieu of that, yeah, this works. I like it more than I thought I would, to be honest. So that is the X-Force Omnibus. Now that we're back, I've opened it up, I've had a look through it. Have I changed my mood, or am I still a bit salty on this one? Yeah, I think I'm still a little bit salty. They were still good stories for the 1990s. I feel the storytelling has changed and evolved a lot to the point where it's not really my cup of tea anymore. I did grow up on this stuff, so I'm kind of surprised how much it didn't really appeal to me. If you're a Liefeld fan or an X-Men fan from the 90s, I definitely recommend giving this a flip through or even a buy at the price that it is, because it is quite a fantastic price. If you've never read an X-Men comic before and you just wanted to start somewhere fresh, this is not the book for you. If you've read a few things in the past and you wanted to go back and see where X-Force started, yeah, go back and do it. I really am on the fence with this one. I really am. I know that's not kind of what you want to see in a review. You want a definitive answer, but unfortunately, I'm not going to give one. It all depends on who you are. If you like your 90s crap, this is for you. If you're a completist, it's for you. If you just want to pick up an X-Force, this is not for you. Having said that, I'm not going to keep this bad boy, so I will be giving this one away. So if you subscribe to us, do a comment in it about what was your favorite thing on the 90s. You'll randomly be picked before the next review video, and one of you will get this one. So enjoy, good luck, and we will see you whenever the next shipment arrives from the delivery man. So that could be tomorrow. See you later, guys.